Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review. With me here, the Master of Puppets. Today, joined by
none other than myself.
Jakob the Noto Moss. That's
Yes.
your name, you idiot. No, today we're going to be looking at another beer sent to us from David in the U.S. This is the Terrapin Monster Beer Tour Hopzilla, and this is the 2013 vintage. Now, this was originally part of their side project series. I believe it was number 12. And yeah, it's kind of a funny label especially because like the original label, I believe there was like a kind of like a turtle or terrapin style turtle-ish monster biting into like the number, looking a little more badass than this happy guy running around destroying a city. But still, kind of cool label. Or it is pretty cool. I mean,
yeah,
Terrapin does look cool. 10.3% alcohol by volume says this monster beer terrorizes your taste buds with an earth-shattering amount of hops, while the 100% Maris Outer malt obliterates all inferior beers in its path, destroying palates from Athens to Tokyo. Now, should be interesting. I also saw Bike Beer Barbecue review this one a while back when it was the big side project beer bottle. And this is going to be our second beer for the Monster Beer Tour series, because the other one we had was Gamma Ray.
Yeah.
But that's been discontinued. But, oh well. Let's get this one cracked open and find out how it is. Okay, so we got the Terrapin Hopzilla poured, and it looks like a double IPA.
Yeah, nice clear, hazy,
orange color,
golden.
copper. It's actually pretty dark for them only using Maris Otter malts. But, the head is quite nice too. You got a bigger head than me, a nice kind of off-white.
Yeah.
And the head, let's check out the aroma. Yeah, this smells not super fresh either. You're getting a little bit of that black tea or tea leaf kind of aroma, I think.
Agreed.
Definitely some biscuity kind of bready maltiness in there too.
Coming from the, of course, Maris Otter.
Mm-hmm. But I'm picking up more grapefruit and kind of citrus fruits in this one compared to the other one. It also has some piney notes, some resiny notes, but lots of more citrus.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, pretty much the same. I really enjoy the biscuity kind of Maris Ottery aroma. But I'm pretty sure it's only spelled with a 1 R.
What?
Maris.
I can't remember. But yeah, you got those aromas. A little bit of a sweeter orange kind of tone in there, but not super fresh aroma. But I actually don't know when they released this. I guess it says vintage 2013 is one of the year-round releases or something like that. Maybe a seasonal thing. But let's give it a taste.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And thanks for David.
Thanks a lot, David. That is a big beer.
Huge.
It tastes. I'm getting much more hop character on the flavor. Than the aroma. Usually, I feel like the aroma is the part of the hoppy beer first that gets the tea leaf kind of thing going on. I get a little bit of that here, but I'm getting much more grapefruit and citrus fruits on the flavor. What about you?
Well.
Oh, and definitely that big Maris Otter backbone.
Backbone, yeah. And it's 10%. You don't taste the alcohol, but you definitely know that it's a huge beer.
Yeah.
Kind of like,
I'm getting like a hint of peach there on the back end.
Yeah.
As I said, the Maris Otter shines through. Surprisingly enough, it's 110 IBUs. It doesn't feel like smack in your face bitter.
No, not at all. But I think it's the sweetness kind of.
Yeah, from the Maris Otter that kind
or
of
the alcohol, 10%.
Yeah.
10.7, 3.
3.
And it kind of like it has an almondy flavor to it as well.
Well, maybe like a nuttiness almost.
Yeah, nutty, yeah.
Kind of like you find in a brown ale. Similar kind of thing. Interesting. But that's probably, again, from the Maris Otter backbone, that crispy, biscuity kind of flavor.
But it also has a kind of sticky sweetness. Glossing, yeah.
And that's probably because of residual sugars or something like that.
Yeah.
I guess they use a ton of Maris Otter to get the ABV up like that.
Yeah.
We'll definitely feel that on the mouthfeel, because I'd say the mouthfeel is higher side of medium. It's actually kind of big.
Almost bordering on
barley wine.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. But and then dry as well.
I think if you aged it, kind of like waited till the hops faded out, it would turn out to be a pretty nice barley wine.
Yeah. It is kind of going into that territory now, actually. But it's nice. I'm getting a good bitterness, a lot of grapefruit, a little bit of sweeter citrus fruits, but more so pine as well in here, but not as much as in Hopsecutioner. That was more piney, earthy, resiny. It does have some pine and some resiny notes, but definitely more grapefruit, more citrus fruits, a touch of kind of like peach or apricot there as well.
And a nutty.
Rating wise for me, I'm gonna go 87. I think it's really nice. It's not all the way out there for a 90 for me. Basically, mainly just because I prefer the punchy, juicy, citrusy fruit flavors or tropical fruit notes and all that stuff. East Coast, but really nice East Coast with some nice citrusy, juicy fruit notes, and then that might also be because of the age. But the tea leaf flavor isn't as much there in the aroma or flavor. It's kind of there, but it's mostly like the fresher, hoppy flavors.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 87 as well. I think it's a little better than the.
Yeah, the Hopsecutioner. I prefer this over Hopsecutioner.
Yeah, but not that much. The alcohol kind of. Well, it's not a session beer.
No, no, not at all.
The other one isn't either, but still.
One I hope we get to try is their, I think it's called Wake and Bake, which is like their chocolate, coffee, because I kind of contracted those, oatmeal Imperial Stout that I've heard is really nice. That's one of their seasonals, but yeah, definitely something worth checking out if you can get Terrapin beers, guys, and I'd love to hear some feedback on this one if it's fresh, and especially also the original side project release of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks a lot to David for the beer.
You're awesome.
You rule, dude. Guys, yeah, as always, let us know what you think of it. Remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter. We're gonna say cheers.
Cheers.
Have a bite to eat after this big beer, and we're gonna see you guys in another beer review.